Happy Monday, Eric for President here. Techcrunch over the weekend has released an interesting article, to say the least, where they're questioning if the Rift line should just be canceled and let it run its course for the future success of the Quest. This raises a lot of questions that I want to get into, and I'm very interested to hear how you respond to this and your thoughts on it as well. Please leave a like to support this video and channel, and please subscribe if you like more content. I'm Eric for President. Let's get into it. The current gen VR market has primarily been driven by just a few companies, Oculus being one, and showing a wider range of SKUs with the Go, Rift, Rift S, and Quest. I come from the console generation and have always wanted to see product lines come down to console versus console, with one in each generation before upgrading to the next. I never actually gave thoughts to how the current generation of VR headsets have multiple headsets per brand, such as the Focus and Vive for HTC. An article released on May 25th on Techcrunch by Lucas Matney, links will be in the description, that is titled, "To Realize Its VR Dreams, Facebook Needs to Kill What Oculus Has Built," is raising some questions in my head about the future of VR and makes me wonder the benefits and possible detriments to how Facebook has its toes in all and masters none. To start off, Matney explains, Facebook bought Oculus and has spent the last 5 years killing what it was and reinventing it as a Facebook scale company. It has dumped most of the co-founders, brought in Zuck loyalists to take over the most important decisions, and shifted towards accessibility over appeasing the company's early supporters. This is true, unfortunately, where Oculus has lost people, like the co-founder and former CEO, Brendan Ire, who left after cancellation of the Rift 2 headset. Another high-caliber fan favorite, Palmer Luckey, is also not with Oculus anymore. However, his departure has its rumors tangled more with the ZeniMax lawsuit and may unfortunately be more of the internal politics side than a difference in VR opinion. John Carmack, CTO, has been a staple in VR, and it is good to see he will be staying with Oculus past the Quest launch as well. To be fair, these high-profile cases could be for a myriad of reasons, and as a business owner myself, I understand that talent sometimes needs to be let go to get where we need to be. But the Brendan Ire's departure has always stuck in my mind that the Facebook/Oculus merger is deviating from the PC VR market and wants to go to the portable VR with heavy AR potential add-ons, as Facebook has hinted at numerous times on where it wants to see VR go for potential profits. Lucas Matney goes on, Facebook needs to lean in on the new device and move away from what got it there. With past VR releases, there's always been a key technology to blame or a key feature that was missing, but if the Oculus Quest fails, Facebook may just have to consider that the whole product category doesn't hold the mass appeal it hoped for. Of more immediate concern should be why they're maintaining such a differentiated product market. While I disagree with the beginning, the key feature missing or key technology to blame, the main detractor was and is always price. VR priced itself outside mass market appeal, something the new line is helping with, but I do not think a key feature was ever missing, to be fair, that led to no mass adoption. It's always been price. However, Lucas Matney nails it when talking about a differentiated product line. There are rumors, which are mostly confirmed, that the Oculus Quest was sold at an initial dollar loss to get them into more hands. I have to assume the Rift S is a similar case, although that may be more towards cost or slight profit. Either way, releasing a product at a value loss with the attempt to prove a proof of concept, such as a mass appeal wireless 6 degrees of freedom VR unit, can work if you focus. I bring this up moving further into the article. Meanwhile, the company's bread and butter PC-based headset line could have a murky future as well. The latest Rift S, which is also launched this week to lesser fanfare, is basically a lateral move for Oculus and suggests that the company likely isn't willing to push boundaries on the high end while it aims to gain its footing in mainstream. I think it is entirely fair to equate the Rift S with lesser fanfare, as the launch of the Rift S was not controversy free. From a Vive user, I have greatly enjoyed my Rift S. Hell, I've even made a video on that, but knowing it was a semi-lateral move to current CV1 owners with no Rift 2 ever in sight, I've always wondered why they made this step. Was it to prove that inside tracking works and to have the AI learn the inside tracking faster and accustom VR users to this, which is basically going to be a future push into standalone inside tracking? I don't personally know the answer, but I feel the Rift S is here to streamline the product line Oculus has pushed to VR and where they want to go. But where they want to go is a question that the article is hinting at, and we all know it's standalone. Maintaining 3 distinct product lines isn't just expensive from a hardware R&D point of view, it vastly complicates the company's relationship with the developers it's backing to build stuff that's worth playing. The economics for VR game developers is already dodgy at best. If Oculus is determined that PC isn't somewhere it wants to innovate with hardware, it should just let the product class run its course and prioritize using the latest mobile chipset in future standalone releases. We see the current economics between the Oculus Rift library and Quest already divisive as a cross-play debate rages, and you see the development for the Quest and Rift S games being a hot topic of debate. Why create this tension? Why create so many product lines, and why create a product in a niche so hard to grow and be so divisive? We are 5 years into a 10-year Facebook plan for VR, and I have to question, when does the blank check Facebook is providing to Oculus dry up if no returns come? The future we all know is mobile for almost every product out there. Tethered VR experiences need to die off eventually, in my opinion, for VR. So why invest so much into it when you hold the Golden Goose wireless VR platform that you have no competition in for right now? As Facebook has absorbed Oculus deeper into its organized structure and promoted its own vision for creating a mass audience, the company has created something great with Quest, perhaps something worth killing the product lines that got it there. So here's the time. Do I think the Rift should be killed for the Quest success? Possibly. I look at this generation of VR, and we have the Rift S, the HTC Vive, Valve Index, HP Reverb, and possibly the Vive Cosmos as the main head-mounted displays for PC VR. This generation of headsets will most likely last us the next 3 to 5 years at least, as no new generation of headsets are even being hinted at. But what would the next generation of headsets be anyway? How much better does the resolution need to be? How much better does the field of view need to be? The tracking, the graphics, the performance, etc., etc. How much better does everything need to be for a true next gen? More importantly though, what price does that next generation need to be, or what price will it be because of how much specs need to improve? You need to price them to make money and mass appeal, which is near impossible to do at the same time in the current PC VR market. How do you intend to accomplish this in the next round while upgrading every aspect of the experience? It's a scary question to think about concerning the future of VR, and the more I read this article, the more I understand where the author's coming from. I know standalone is the future from a price, performance, and adoption standpoint for the future. I know at this point that maybe it's okay to let the Rift S take its course. Check the adoption rates, check the acceptance of it, but if you can't make a Gen 2 standalone, double down on the Quest. Make Quest Gen 2 the Rift killer, because the future VR needs to be untethered one way or another at a price that invites the user, not scares them away. I'll be bitter that my Rift S becomes a piece of VR history in my room, sure. Many enthusiasts will feel resentment to this idea, but the Quest shows staying power. The Quest is a little peek into the future of what VR will be. Not from a performance standard, as PC VR will always reign there, but from the adoption, practicality, and experience sense. The future of VR, from Facebook and Oculus standpoint, I think should be wireless. I don't think they should invest in what will be killed eventually, but instead invest in which will never die. I'm Eric for President, and I approve this message. And that is a doozy of an article. There's a lot to unpack in it. I'm still kind of going through it, but I kind of understand where they're coming from. What I'm most excited about though is to hear your opinions, and I'm already scared to look at the comment section, but please let me know what you think. Please leave a like to support this video on this channel, and please subscribe. More videos coming almost daily. I'm Eric for President. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Goodbye.